Welcome to Hangover Reviews. As you've probably worked out, today's review is on Star Wars, the Original Trilogy. Let's start with Star Wars. Or Episode 4, A New Hope, if you want. This was the start of the series and our first introduction to the galaxy far, far away. It's about a farm boy by the name of Luke Skywalker who discovers it's his destiny to become a Jedi and fight the evil Empire alongside the rebellion. I could talk for hours about this film and this series. And I will! Just kidding. Can't be bothered editing that much. What's really cool about this movie is it just throws you into this complex and exotic world without giving you any explanation of what anything is. Starships, droids, aliens, Jedi, just accept it and move on. And that is what makes the world so intriguing and exciting. It's also much easier to believe in a world where there isn't somebody explaining everything that happens as it happens. The amazing design also helps with that. Not having everything look so shiny makes it look more practical when used, which makes it more believable. The sound design by Ben Burtt is also incredible. You got your pew, you got your and you got your all great sounds. Speaking of sounds, John Williams' score here is one of my favourite scores of all time. It's right up there with Superman and Indiana Jones. John Williams is great, isn't he? The music at the start is so exciting, you know you're about to see something great. See those new BT-16s? Sorry, stay on target. Luke Skywalker, played by Mark Hamill, was a little bit whiny in this one. I was gonna go to Tashi Station and pick up some power converters. But he's balanced nicely by some great, strong characters. Ben Kenobi, played by Alec Guinness, is very wise and intriguing. Princess Leia, played by Carrie Fisher, is a tough, wisecracking badass. And Han Solo is the coolest character in film history. He also delivers some of the best sarcasm in film history. What a wonderful smell you've discovered. And then there's Chewbacca, who I wish was my friend. He's the best guy. And he deserves a medal. I also wish R2-D2 was my friend. He's the only character in this film who knows what he's doing. Well, him and Wedge Antilles. We also have one of the best villains of all time, Darth Vader. His lightsaber battle with Obi-Wan isn't as fast as our previous encounter in episode 3, but it's every bit as intense. Speaking of that, if you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine is a great thing to say in a fight. Try it. In terms of watching this with a hangover, there's a lot of loud, flashy battles, but not too bad, and there's long spaces in between. There's also a couple pretty disgusting looking aliens, like Dr. Evazan or the Dianoga. And at one point there's burned corpses, but that's brief. C-3PO does get quite annoying. My circuits, oh dear, oh my. But overall this movie is like a warm hug. By that I mean it's good to watch with the hangover. Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. In this movie we see Luke Skywalker continuing his Jedi training under Master Yoda, and his friends head to Cloud City in search of safety from the Empire. This movie has a darker tone than the previous one, and it doesn't have a happy ending. Spoilers, by the way, I'm assuming everyone who's watching this has seen these. In this movie we see Han Solo at his coolest, especially when he meets up with his old buddy Lando and they have a game of who's cooler. Just in case you were confused there, Lando's not a system, he's a man, played by Billy D. Williams. Wedge Antilles continues to be a boss in this movie, as does R2. C-3PO continues to be annoying, but he does get switched off at one point, so that's good. Score gets even better in this one with the addition of the Imperial March. And we have another intense lightsaber battle, this one ending in a degloving and a big revelation. For a hangover, this movie gets off to a quieter start, but it gets pretty hectic about 25 minutes in. Who's scruffy looking? That Tauntaun scene is pretty disgusting. Especially if you thought they looked gross on the outside. And there's the Dagobah scenes which look hot and sticky and uncomfortable. And the weird trippy magic cave scene is not hangover friendly. What is that? That Bacta tank though, that looks like it would cure you right up. Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. Here our heroes attempt to rescue Han Solo and then destroy the second Death Star to take down the Empire once and for all. We get 3PO being a whiny piece of junk right from the start in this one. but after that bit the opening scene is very cool. Luke is much less whiny now and swaggers in making threats. Then Leia also swaggers in making threats. And then Chewie swaggers in and throws a guy. There's no time for threats with Chewbacca. Unfortunately, with everyone swaggering around being badasses and throwing people, Han Solo has to take a bit of a back seat and he's a little more weak in this movie. What's going on here? Am I being abducted? That musical number in the special editions, what is that about? The original song is so much better and less intrusive. On the barge we get to see that R2 has a great sense of humour. R2-D2, what are you doing here? Serving drinks? This guy. And then we find out the character that we all thought was cool is the worst bounty hunter in the galaxy. Boba Fett is ridiculous. You only thought he was cool because he has cool armour and he had to be told specifically not to disintegrate anyone. But after this revelation it's pretty clear that he's probably just been going about disintegrating people by mistake. Right, I want to talk about Ewoks. Ewoks are great. They are symbolic of the whole rebellion. They're the little guys standing up against insurmountable odds. And if you think they're too cute, then you're only remembering like 2 of them. The rest of them are terrifying. Just pause this video and go do an image search for Teebo, T-E-E-B-O. Scary, isn't he? That guy would happily eat you alive. For a hangover, we get some more disgusting creatures in Jabba's palace, including Jabba himself eating live frogs. We have more loud, flashy battles, and the speeder bike chase is a little bit nauseating. There's also more emotional scenes in this one, for me anyway. For me, the scene that affects me most is when Han is looking at the Falcon and he says he has a feeling he's never going to see her again. I don't know why that hits me more than any other scene, but it really does. Harrison Ford just sells the hell out of it. So to sum up, if you're not feeling strong enough to pull the ears off a Gundark or take on the whole Empire by yourself, then they're all pretty good to watch, despite their negatives. If you're only going to go with one, I would recommend episode 4. That's a review for this week. If you liked it, subscribe for a new video every Sunday. And if you haven't already, check out my Hangover review on the prequel trilogy. And if you have a suggestion for something I can review, leave it in the comments or tweet me at Hangover Reviews or get me at Hangover Reviews on Facebook. Have a good hangover and may the Force be with you.